Hi everyone, I'm Denisse Guerra, and this is a quick recording on how I will fix an inconsistency from the scan on the retail lab I perform with Polyscan. So this is the retail lab scan after I imported it to Unreal Engine on a GLB format like I previously showed. And this is the inconsistency that I mentioned. It's this wall that it's supposed to be on its majority glass, but the scanning process has some issues with recognizing glass because of the objects that are seen through and that are reflected as well. In this case, it was mostly because of the reflection, because this wall is giving to the outside of the lab. So as you can see, the scan recognized a little bit of glass. Even though we're gonna remove it, it's still gonna be useful because right now it's gonna give us the measures of where the glass starts and where it ends. So just for you to picture this in your head, this glass wall should be partitioned in two. A lower part that it's gonna be this square and an upper part that it's gonna be this rectangle. The top of the lower part of the glass wall should end on where the rectangle, this one right here, the upper glass starts. So there is supposed to be kind of like a line dividing the upper and lower glass. So for creating the upper glass wall and the lower glass wall, we're gonna be using rectangles from the modeling mode. You'll want to go to modeling and start a rectangle. You don't have to get intimidated by all the sphere thingy that it's going on. It's just basically the rotating, the scaling, and the translating options all in one. Never mind, I think this actually doesn't scale the rectangle, it just translates it and rotates it. For actual scaling, we're gonna be using the modeling options right now that we are in Create. I will just set this to an example. Right now it doesn't really matter the measures that we created with. The reason why I chose to create the glass walls with a rectangle from modeling mode is this, the width and depth subdivisions. Subdivisions are gonna allow us to manipulate the mesh more easily in the future. For example, if I want to add a door to my plane and I want to cut it somewhere to give space for the door, subdivisions, right now I'm gonna show you how they look like. I go to wireframe. Okay, we have a lot of subdivisions going on in our scan, but right now let's just focus on the blue ones. The blue ones are for the rectangle. Right now we only have one subdivision, and you can see that with these triangles. Triangles are going to be our subdivisions, and you see if I edit, it's going to be creating more and more subdivisions. We want to ideally keep it in the same number of width and depth subdivisions, so we have this kind of rectangle squares to work with. I like to set it around 10. For me, this is the ideal. Now I'll click in accept. I'm gonna go back to lit. Now we won't see the subdivisions, but in the future, if we want to cut, separate, do different things with this mesh, we can go to mesh, try select, and that way it's gonna be showing again all the subdivisions that we made. And for example, right now I have a little bit of big brush. I'll just go with this one. For example, creating the space for the door, I can easily remove all these subdivisions and go to delete. You have a lot more options in here that you can try, and probably a lot are going to be useful for you. But I want to go back to my simple rectangle, and pretty much the only thing that I needed to do it was to create subdivisions. Now I want to accept. I want to drag this a little further away and create two. So I'm gonna duplicate, put this one here. I will first be creating the lower glass. For that, I'm gonna focus on this plane. I want to drag the square glass very close to my plane, and the rectangle, the one that is the upper glass, as well. Now I can adjust my plane. As we know, the top of the lower wall ends where the rectangle starts. Here right now, the height of my plane is accurate to the lower glass wall. To create the upper glass, I want to drag this rectangle glass back to where it was. I'll get my second plane over there too. And with that, now I can start my upper glass. Now I'll just adjust it. That's pretty accurate. Now that I have the upper and lower glass accurate high measures, I can confidently remove the white glass that was scanned with the model. That I'll be doing it directly in the blueprint of the retail lab. Right here. Just delete it and compile. And right now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna adjust the width. Actually, this little part that looks like a hole, it's also gonna be part of the glass wall. Now it's the moment of the truth. I'll be using this glass material that I have already preloaded, but I'm actually gonna duplicate it and make a small change because the glass from the retail lab is more reflective than transparent, so I'm gonna set the blend mode to masked. That way you can see all the reflection. That actually kind of looks like the retail lab. It's weird. I'm gonna apply the changes, and now this is the glass that I'm gonna use. You can see it right there. It's so similar to the one that we have at the retail lab. And we have two pieces of wall right here. Later on I will add the line that helps differentiate one from another. And well, as you can see right now, we can't really see our glass wall from this side, because the thing with modeling mode is that the mesh that you create with modeling, it only creates resources from one side, because it's kind of supposed to be generally you're only going to be showing one side of it, so it doesn't consume resources on creating the other side. That's lame. A quick solution for that would be literally grabbing your visible side of the mesh, duplicate it, and put it in the opposite side. Yeah, pretty much just like that. Now you have that, but actually from the inside of the lab, you can actually see through it. So this time we want to use the other glass material. It would be this one. That's pretty much how it's looking from the inside and how it's looking from the outside. So as you saw, we now have two different rectangles or walls for every side. We more likely want to combine these two meshes so we don't have to drag one and then drag another if we need to. So for that, you're gonna select your first side of the mesh, and having that selected, you're gonna go to the next side, and while you're holding shift, you're gonna also select this side. That way you have selected both sides. With both sides selected, you're going to tools, you're gonna go to merge actors. Here you're gonna see your both rectangles. Now that you merge them, you are gonna save them somewhere. Right now I'm just gonna leave it here. That already merged, and now we have the merge object right here. These are still individual meshes, the ones that are combined, you have them right here. If you place them, they're gonna look like this. So at this moment is when you can get rid of the ones you have right here and apply this so you don't have issues in the future. That was it for this video. I just wanted to record my process in case anyone has to face something like this. In another video, I will be talking about the predetermined subdivisions of the model we scanned and how they work, because knowing how the subdivisions of your scan work can also help you to manipulate it better. And the process that I just did with this wall is more likely to be what I'm gonna do with this little part as well. This is actually a door. I don't know why it's scanned it as glass. This is also a door, this is also a door. This was supposed to be glass, but it's nothing here. You see, Polycam is not 100% accurate. It's on you to fix these inconsistencies. If you have questions about anything you saw in this video, you can contact me. Again, I hope you find it useful. Thank you.